Good morning, students. Welcome back to our online classes. Hope you all are fit and fine. So, students, today we are going to start our chapter Book of Original Entry. Okay. So, students, we have already done a part of original entry, and that is journal. We have already completed a part of our book of original entry, that is journal. Okay. So after that, the next process, or I can say the next step, is subsidiary books. See, students, when the size of a business is a small one, it may be possible to enter each and every transaction in the book of journal. It means whenever our business is not enlarged, then we can do each and every transaction in our journal book. It means we can do all the entries for every transactions. Okay, but when the size of business grows and number of transactions become very large, it is no longer possible for us to record all the transaction in one journal book, because it will increase the workload to us. Okay, so for this purpose, our journal is divided into number of spatial journals. Spatial journals. Our journal book is divided into spatial journals. Okay, and these spatial journals are known as subsidiary books. It also known as day books, or it also known as special purpose book, special purpose book, or book of original entry. Okay. So students, I am repeating it again that whenever the size of a business is the small one, then we can maintain our journal book in which every transaction has been recorded as an entry. Okay, but when the business expanded and becomes very large, then we will maintain some spatial books, or I can say spatial journals, also called as subsidiary books, day books, special purpose book, or books of original entry. Okay, first of all, we should come to know that what is subsidiary book. So students, we will maintain a lot of subsidiary books, and each subsidiary books is meant for recording all the transactions which are similar in nature. It means which are similar in nature. इसका मतलब है कि अगर एक ही टाइप के ट्रांजैक्शन है, वो एक ही बुक में रिकॉर्ड होंगे. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, all the cash transaction are recorded in cash book, and all the credit purchase transaction in another book. All the credit record of sales, it means credit sale, are recorded in another book, and if both of these are from the cash, then it will recorded in the cash book. Okay, so students, now we are making list of subsidiary books, that how many types of subsidiary books are. Point number 1, cash book. So this book is used for recording all the cash transactions. It means whatever happens in cash, any event or any transaction that has been happened in cash, it will be recorded in the cash book. It has 2 columns, that is receipt and payment. So on the payment side we will write our payments, and on the receipt side we will write our cash received. Okay, next one is purchase book. Okay. So this book is maintained to record all the credit purchase, because cash purchase has been recorded in the cash book and credit purchase is recorded in the purchase book. Okay. Third point, sales book. So this book is used for recording credit sales of our business. It means whenever we are doing any type of credit sales, we will record in sales book. Okay, now come to the next one, that is purchase return book. See students, what is purchase return? We have already discussed this topic at the time of journal entries, but I am again telling you this, that whenever our purchased item we will going to return that, then we will open an account, that is purchase return account. Okay, it is also called return outward. Okay, it is also called as return outward. So it is prepared when the goods previously purchased, we have purchased on credit, are returned to the suppliers. Such return are recorded in our purchase return book or return outward book. Okay. Now come to point number 5. That is sales return book or return inward book. So this is our fifth book, that is sales return book. It means when the goods previously sold on credit by us, that has been returned by the customer, and such returns are recorded in our sales return book, and this book is also called as return inward book. Okay, and the point 6th is our journal. So students, now after making these 5 books, if any transaction that has been left by recording in these 5 books, that has to be recorded in our journal as entries. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमने कैश के ट्रांजैक्शंस, हमने क्रेडिट परचेज, क्रेडिट सेल्स ट्रांजैक्शंस, सेल्स रिटर्न, परचेज रिटर्न ट्रांजैक्शंस तो बुक में रिकॉर्ड कर लिए, बट there are so many else entries that has been yet remaining, so it will be recorded in our journal proper. Okay, so this book is used for recording the transaction which cannot be recorded any of the above mentioned books. Okay, so we have already done with this part, that is journal proper, and today we are going to start our cash book. First we will start with cash book. After that, one by one we will take another books. So students, I have already told you that cash book is prepared to record all the transactions which are related to cash. See students, whenever our business is so large and we have a lot of cash entries in our journal proper, it is inconvenient for us to record all those transactions in a journal proper. It means on daily basis we need to record the entries, and there are a lot of entries made, and we will face difficulty in future or at the time of preparation of ledger accounts. Okay, so this is the alternate option of journal, that we can prepare the cash book, which has 2 columns, that is receipt and payment column. So on the receipt side we write all the received, cash received we will, and on the payment side whatever we have paid we will record here. Okay, so students, let's come one more concept with this, One is cash account and other one is cash book. There is cash account and cash book. So students, let me tell you the difference between them. It is an account which is prepared in ledger, and it is a book. It means if it is prepared in the ledger, this is the second step of accounting process. Okay, and if we are preparing the cash book, it means it is a subsidiary, or not I will say subsidiary, it will the book of original entry. It will the book of original entry, and that is the first step of our accounting process. Okay, so we have find out one differences between them. So when we are making the journal, it means if you are following the journal, instead of preparing cash book, you will also maintain a cash account. अगर हमने जर्नल में कैश की सारी एंट्रीज कर रखी है तो वी विल हैड टू प्रिपेयर अ कैश अकाउंट. इसका मतलब हमें एक कैश अकाउंट प्रिपेयर करना ही पड़ेगा. ओके, and if we are preparing cash book instead of making journal entries, then there is no need to prepare any type of cash account. Okay, so this is the basic difference. If we are maintaining the entries, we need to prepare cash account, and if we are maintaining the cash book instead of entries, there is no need to prepare cash account. Okay, so student, now come to the next step, that is types of cash book. Okay, so we are studying the types of cash book. So the first is single column cash book. Okay, single column, or we can say one column cash book for recording only the cash transactions. Okay, this is the single column cash book. Now come to the second one, that is double column cash book. And there are so many parts of double column cash book, in which point number 1 is cash and discount column. It means we are preparing cash book with the account of with the column of discount also. Second is bank and discount column. It means with cash we are also recording the bank transactions. Third one is cash and bank columns. It means if we are preparing the double column cash book, we can simultaneously enter the entries of or transactions of cash and bank both. Okay, so after the double there is one more, that is triple column cash book. Okay, so triple column cash book में कैसे बनता है, that is cash, bank and discount. So it will become triple column cash book. We will prepare the column of cash, also bank and also discount, and that is said as triple column cash book. Okay, and the last one which is the type of our cash book, that is petty cash book. Petty cash book. So petty cash book is maintained for the transaction which are prepared for small expenses or a lot of small expenses, and in this cash book we can record all those small expenses of a business. Okay, so these are the types of our cash book. First, single column cash book, in which only cash transactions will be recorded. Double column cash book. Double column we have three types, that is cash and discount column, bank and discount column, and the last one is cash and bank column. Okay, third one is triple column cash book, in which we will prepare the three columns, one for cash, another for bank, and the third one for discount. And the last one is petty cash book, which is prepared for the miscellaneous or the small expenses and a lot of expenses for our business. Okay, so students, now we will start from the single column cash book, in which only cash transaction will be recorded. I am making the format of cash book, single column cash book, that is cash book. See, in the middle we will divide it into two parts like this. We have divided into this part two parts, that is this will become credit debit and this will become credit part. Okay, or I should say that this will become the receipt part and this will become the payment part. Okay, now I am drawing or I am making the columns of both sides. So let's start with the debit side. Students, I am using the margin line also so that I can prepare it very easily. So first column we will prepare for the date. So this will prepare for the date of transaction. After that we will write the receipts, whatever we have. We will write the name of receipts by which we will have receipts. And the next one is voucher number. It means if we are recording it in the cash book, we must have the voucher number and we will write the voucher number here. Okay, after voucher number we will make the column of LF, that is ledger folio. This column record the page number of ledger where the posting of this amount has been made. It means if we find out for example, we are writing here by to machine. Okay, so I am writing the ledger folio here like 5. It means we can find out on the 5th page of our ledger folio. Okay, and the next column is for amount. So on the debit side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns we have, and on the credit side the same columns will be made again. Okay, so that is date first. After the date we will write payments. After payments we will make the voucher number. After that the ledger folio, and the last one will become the column of amount. Okay, so students, this is the format of our cash book, in which this will become the debit side and this will become the credit side. Okay, this is our single column cash book. So on the debit side we have 5 columns: date, receipts, voucher number, LF and amount, and the same 5 columns we will made on the credit side, that is date, payment, voucher number, LF and amount. Okay students, so the rule which we applies here that debit what comes in, it means हमारे पास जो भी आएगा हम उसे debit कर देंगे, and credit what goes out. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So this will become the receipt side, that is debit side, and this will become the payment side, that is credit side. Okay, so students, I have made the format of cash book. In our next video we will start recording the transactions in this cash book. Okay, so students, this is our today's class. Stay fit students and stay connected with us. Thank you.